This might actually not work. This feels extremely precarious. There we go. I don't think this will really work. Nope. Here's what we could do. Today we're gonna try something interesting. We're gonna see if we can put the Blackmagic Pocket 6K with the Sigma 70-200 f2.8 on this DJI RSC2. It technically can support up to 10 pounds. This is roughly like 7 pounds. So we're gonna see if this gimbal can handle this payload. Let's get into it. First, we're gonna remove the camera from the tripod. And just to make it simple, we're gonna mount the gimbal on the tripod. What we're going to do is put the gimbal down like this and see if we can mount the camera underneath this, kind of suspended. There we go, now we have our bracket right here. Let's throw on the zoom lens. Here we go, a Sigma 70-200. Let's pull off the lens cap and see if we can balance it just like this. This is a huge lens to be putting on a gimbal like this. I would recommend maybe getting like an RS3 Pro for a payload of this size, but we're really gonna test out the limits of this gimbal. There we have it. Oh, just the lens fits. So this isn't gonna fit. It actually won't even work with just the lens by itself. So what we can do is break this in half here, put it down like this, and now we're gonna hang it from the top down. This might actually work. Let's put on our camera. Pocket 6K with a V-mount battery and a cage. Oh, I think we might have a solution. Look at that. So on this angle, it does have enough clearance to move around. Let's pop off the V-mount just for now, and then let's put it here. Maybe we can pull off the cage. Let's try that. This feels extremely precarious. There we go. Let's lock all the axes if we can. Here's the solution. Since this isn't working, you know what could make this work? Counterweights. Let me grab some. Here's a 200-gram counterweight and a 100-gram counterweight. Let's throw them both on. Just on the bottom right here. Okay, we're doing better. What if we added the lens hood? That's some more weight on the front. Here's what we could do. If we pull off the lens cold shoe mount and the adapter and we shrink it, we can move the whole thing forward. That might actually work. Okay, let's pop off the counterweights, pull off the whole camera. Oh man, that's heavy. This might actually not work. Let's try it anyway. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull off the whole bottom of this foot and just try to mount it directly to this. That way we're gonna get more clearance and maybe it'll work. I need an Allen key. So we pulled this foot off and now we're gonna attach this straight to the bottom of the gimbal and maybe that will work. We're gonna use this flatter version of the little mount and just attach it directly to the bottom of the lens. This might work. Okay, let's put this on. Way lower profile. We actually have some room here. Okay, now let's pop this lens hood off. And we should put in a battery because if this doesn't have a battery in it and we can't power it, well, this won't really work. And we don't want to have to rebalance it, especially when it's this heavy. Let's just grab one from this camera. There we go. That'll work. Now it is on the thing. It's not quite tight enough. It's spinning around. We do not want this to come off while it's on. Ideally, I'd have 2 screws and this would be all locked down properly, but I mean, who intended to put a 70-200 on a small gimbal? Nobody. But let's see if this works. That's balanced. Now it moves around. Look at that. That is huge. Okay, next axis. Let's just turn it on and see if it works, because I don't really know how to balance it, because normally you balance it in the upright position, and I don't think this will really work. Stop it. Turn on here. Oh. Really wants to go into that position. Maybe let's pull it off the tripod. Let's try to put it the normal way and see if we can get it even to balance properly at all. Okay, so that won't work because it's just way too long. If you kind of put it back though, I think this might work. It's calibrating. Okay, we have this setup. It really wants to shake. So maybe if we mess with like the stiffness, okay, I think we've done it. So we've done it. Wait, technically we've balanced this gimbal. Now the problem is, you can see here that we can only have from here to here before, well, it doesn't really work. But what if we try to go into the other position now that we have it balanced? So let's put it back on the tripod. It can be done. You can balance a 70-200 with a Blackmagic Pocket 6K on this gimbal setup, but it doesn't really work. It's not gonna be very smooth. and it's completely stupid to do. If you want to actually use this kind of a setup, get a bigger gimbal. This is ridiculous. But we did prove that no matter your payload, you can fit it if you physically have enough space and if you have enough counterweights, which we actually didn't end up needing. So I put a 70-200 on a Blackmagic without counterweights on a gimbal? That's crazy. Here's an idea. What if I got a 600mm lens, like the Sigma 150-600, and did the same thing? Would that work? Now, here's what I'm gonna do. If this video gets 2,000 likes, I'm gonna get the Sigma 150mm to 600mm sport lens and put that on this gimbal setup. That's gonna be very difficult to do, but is it possible? Let's find out. Well, that's it. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.